I am super excited today because we are doing the major service for our Range Rover. Just so you know, I do the major service once a year and I do a minor service once a year. So I service my car twice, once in just after winter and once just after summer. Now we're just finishing from the summer, so I'm doing the major service for the car. Let me show you what tools I am going to be using and what products I'm going to be using. So everything you see here, I bought it genuinely from Land Rover. This is the cabin filter, engine filter or the air filter, oil filter, diesel filter. Of course, we have the oil, and we've got some tools here, and we've got the plugs. We are replacing two plugs because our engine has two plugs. We've got some tools here. We've got the socket 32mm here, and we've got another socket. We've got the 13mm socket. We've got a torque here. So I don't know if you can tell, the car looks like it's in a slope. It's been raised from here, but actually this is 100% level. So put it on a level surface basically. So my step here is as level as the frame underneath it, and if I show you, you can see that it is leveled. I've got the trolley jack here just in case, and I've got two jack stands underneath it. Before we start, so no need for me to explain to you how I jacked up the car, since you already know this from one of my previous videos. If you don't know, I'll put the link for you in the description. And of course I made it level using the gap tool. Again, if you don't know what gap tool is, I'll leave the link in the description. I removed the under tray. We have discussed in the previous video, so there's no need for me to discuss it again with you. So now it's ready for us to remove the oil filter. That's what we're doing. The first thing is removing the oil filter and draining the oil out. Of course, I turned on the car for a little bit just to warm up the oil and to move it around the engine before I do this. And of course, I let it cool down. Make sure that we are able to put oil in the engine before we start removing the oil from the engine. So make sure that we can open the cap. We have access to it, and that's great. Put it back, but make it, you know, don't tighten it, just make it loose, because what we want to do is we don't want to create pressure in the oil. We want to make it loose, so we want to have air going in. This is the dipstick. We're going to put it down, okay, but basically not all the way down. We're just gonna let air go in, okay, not so much. And we are going to reach to the oil filter, which is right over here, and I'm going to be using the 32mm socket to make it loose. So I'm just going to loosen it up. Of course, at the moment there's oil in the filter. What we'll do, it will allow the filter to drain it all the way down, rather than, so we can remove the oil rather than having it here. So we're just going to turn it a few times, and you'll know when it's loose. That's good enough. Okay, we're not gonna pull it all the way out. That's good enough. With the dipstick loose, with the cap loose, and with the oil filter loose, now we'll go under the engine and drain the oil. All right, so now that we're under the engine, we need to reach out to this screw here. This one, we need to release it. But the oil is going to shoot out here, and I don't want it to shoot out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this carton box over here, and what will that do is will allow the oil to hit the carton and drip on this tray that I put. Let's loosen it. I've loosened it a little bit already. Let's see if we can loosen it more. Yeah, here we go. We need to be very smart about it and be able to remove our hand very quickly. Perfect. We are going to use brake cleaner to clean the area, and we are going to plug it. Let's remove the carton, and then we can move on to the next plug. Okay, that's hand tighten, and then we'll torque it later. I'm going to hit the area with brake cleaner. There's a plug here, but we cannot access it from underneath, so that's going to be a very difficult mission. Let's see what we can do about it. Okay, so I'm going to use this technique where I loosen the knots, okay, because it's 30mm and it's not enough space. But I'm just barely gonna go up and loosen it. Let's see, I've tried a little bit before turning on the camera. Let's see if it's going to work. And I'm preparing for a big mess coming off. But it's going to be very, very messy. Let me get the other one. This one's better. So this is the oil for the turbo apparently. And actually, I didn't know about it. You guys told me about it. One of the viewers reached out and said, you need to remove the second plug. That's gonna be very, very messy. I don't know where the oil is gonna go. Probably left, right, and center. Let's see. That's the second plug. I don't know how I'm supposed to tighten and torque it, if I'm honest with you. Okay, here you go. Well, Actually, it's not that bad. I don't know how that is helpful. It didn't look much to me. Definitely going to spray it with a bit of brake cleaner. So I'm going to use the same type plug as the other one. Now I cannot torque this one unfortunately because I can't take a torque wrench on it. So I have to do it with my hand, and hopefully I can do it right. Just spray brake cleaner to tighten it like that. I'm not going to overdo it. That's enough. So now I'm going to torque the bolt into 20, or the plug into 23 Newton meter. Now that we're on top of the engine, we are going to remove the oil filter, which is located just over here. It shouldn't have a lot of oil since we took a lot of time for it to drain, but it will still have some oil. So we're going to use the tissue, remove the old filter, just pull it out as such, and new one goes in. So this one is on the way out, and this one is inwards, like so. Now we remove the piece of rubber here, like so. We put the new one, and it goes just over here, like so. And that's it. That is it in. Now we'll go back and put it in the engine. So if you see clearly, it says 35 Newton meter. So now we'll put it back in and torque it at 35 Newton meter. Should be smooth, shouldn't be difficult to do. See, that's it, that's enough. 9.5 liters, so we're gonna fill it in with 9.5 liters. This Halford oil is thicker than the castor oil, you can tell from now. Okay, I'm gonna go under the car and check for any oil leak. No oil leak, and since this was 5, I'm gonna add another 4.5. That will make it a total of 9.5. So I'm just gonna leave half a liter behind basically. I think we're all right, but we're just gonna have to go for a drive and make sure it's all good and go on a level surface. Anyway, that's the oil finished. Let's move on to the air filter and the diesel filter. Okay, so now let's remove this box, but first we need to remove these cables. We just basically pull them out like so, lift and up, and then we're gonna have to remove these. So I do believe there are 6 screws over here that needs removing. And in a way, there is a breather here, a tube that we need to remove. We just simply pull it out, like so. Just as simple as that. Now, we're gonna have to remove these tubes. Voila, this one is out. And this is our air filter. You can see it's dirty, that means replacing. So I bought a new tool. Let's see if this tool will work. So the idea is you slot it in. We have to remove this top plastic first. Let's tighten it. See if it works. Turn it left. Oh, it worked. So there's a wire underneath it. We just pull it down. This wire here. We just have to pull it down. And now we pull the whole lot down, like so. But be careful because there's going to be a lot of diesel inside. I just removed this piece, I don't know what it's called. Basically, I just removed it from the oil filter, okay? And I'm going to put it into the new oil filter. The new oil filter comes like with a dummy one that we have to remove, like that. And we put the old one in. I think this one, it just measures, it's a sensor that measures the humidity inside maybe. I'm not too sure, okay? So that's the new one in. And then I'm going to just simply push this one back. This is the cable that was underneath I was saying to you to remove. And oh, sorry, actually I forgot. There is a piece we need to put first. You have to put this ring inside. So put the ring and then we tighten it. First we have to put this one, and you can see the arrow here. We just have to match it with another arrow here. I know it's too dark now, you cannot see, but that's where it goes. Okay, now we put the ring, and you can see on the ring it has 3 arrows, okay? We just have to, these 3 arrows, they go exactly matched the arrow on the oil filter. So we put it this way and we turn it till it matches. Like so, all the way in, and then we turn it. It has to go all the way up, and then we turn it till it's tight. The way we loosen it, we can use this one to tighten it. This tool is making the job a lot easier, by the way. So now we are going to put the air filter box back, and then we're going to put the air filter. This is the air filter. It's a genuine one from Land Rover. Let's install it. I know it's very dark and can't see much, but I've already done a video about this, like in detail on how to do it, and I'll leave the link for it in the description for you to see if you are interested to know how I do it in details. Just want to make sure these are okay. Perfect. Now we'll put this one in. We put the air filter and the air filter box, and now we have to use the screws to screw it in. Just be careful with these screws because it's plastic, you don't want to damage. Okay. And don't over tighten it. And remember, there is the breather hose. It goes here, like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then don't forget, there's one wire. It goes here. Make sure it's closed. And then there's another wire. It goes here. Okay. And then we need to tighten these. We're gonna use the 7mm socket. And we're gonna tighten it. So this is the cabin filter that we're installing today. Again, it's a Land Rover cabin filter. Let's take the old filter out and then we can install this one, yeah? So now I'm going to press on these buttons. Here there are 4 like button likes. I'm gonna press on them and I'm gonna open this flap, okay? It's really easy to do, like so. Okay, it's as simple as that. And then I'm going to grab the old cabin filter. This one is not for the car, this is for us, for the passengers, okay? So we can have clean air inside. So this is the new one, and remember the arrow facing up or towards the car, because the air goes in here and go out from here, okay? Yeah. So we just slot this one in here, like so, with the arrow facing
upwards, basically.
Upwards or the inside. You know what?
Yeah.
I think I killed the battery.
How come?
I think the battery was on all this time. Right.
Okay.
It's good we have a battery repair kit.
Yes.
So let me dial in and see what's going on here.
So the gap tool is plugged in?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm just going to connect to the gap tool and see what's going on. 9.2 volt. Okay, it's very low, the volt. Let me close this.
Yeah. So we forgot to disconnect the battery?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no battery. Yeah, everything is dead. You see the light?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pale, yeah.
Yeah, there's no battery.
Okay.
Okay, I have an idea. Let's connect the battery repair kit and then charge a little bit and then we'll turn the car back on and we'll go for a drive, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's do that. So it's the next day. Yesterday, while I was doing the major service for the car, I was actually working on the ECU, so I depleted the battery. Yeah, it's my fault, I know. So anyway, I did charge the battery all night. And by the way, if you have never ever charged the battery or used the charger, let me know and I'll make a video about it on how to use a charger and how to look after your battery and maintain it in general. So please bear in mind that we changed the oil filter and we changed the diesel filter. So we have to prime the diesel filter before we turn on the car by turning the ignition on but not the engine. So it's just the ignition. And then we turn it off and we turn it on back again. And you can hear the fuel pumping actually. Let's see if it's going to be loud or what's going to happen. Okay, you may not be able to pick up this on the mic, but the engine feels a lot quieter. I like that. Maybe just new fresh oil, or maybe because I changed the oil type. Okay, so few things I need to do. I need to sort out the suspension because I recalibrated the suspension and I need to recalibrate it again because I made the suspension higher from the front and low from the back so I can make the car level. So I need to just make it to default basically. And I need to reset the service, which I've already done that in the previous videos, by the way. But I'm going to use the gap tool to reset the service light. I'm gonna do the log as well, and gonna go for a drive, gonna go on a level surface and test the dipstick. It's much quieter. Yeah, let's test the dipstick and I'll come back to you. So I went into a level surface, I took the dipstick out, I cleaned it and I put it back in, I checked it and it's all good, we're perfect. What do you think? Do you think I did it right? I did it wrong? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't found it informative, at least it was entertaining for you, I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure to like, subscribe. Bye-bye.
What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.